everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Grab your cup because I got to tell you, we're going to talk about energy today. So you're going to need a little perk me up. Seemed like everybody really enjoyed yesterday's talk. So that made me feel good. But I'll tell you something in a second that made me laugh. It's, you know, the little things in life that can make us laugh. And that's the thing. You got to find the joy in life. Stuff is going to come up. Good morning, Lorianne. Good morning, Rachel. We're always going to kind of hit these bumps in the road, as I always like to say. Good morning, Melinda. Hello. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, everybody. There's Lois. Good morning. Well, hello, Miss Kelly. Hello. Good morning, Linda. Hello. My makeup looks good. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. It's new shade. Oh, good morning, Sherry. Hello, everybody. All right. So what's interesting is yesterday we did talk about mediumship versus psychic, and then somebody kind of had this ad on Facebook. It's an ad, actually, call the best psychic hotline. And then they tried to give the difference between psychic and mediumship, and they didn't even know the difference. So I'm like, don't call that hotline. But as someone mentioned, I was really passionate about it. And I read today, we were in a Mercury retrograde. It's kind of coming, right? It's coming March 22nd. And it's a retrograde in Aries. And I'm an Aries. So it says, be careful of the Aries. They may be extra passionate this month. And I'm like, uh-oh. So, tough time signing in. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you have to go back and watch it, maybe. Good morning, Christy. Hello, everybody. Good morning. So, today, we're going to talk about being an energy detective. Because I'm not sure if some of you have noticed, but maybe your energy is low, you're feeling a little off, or maybe those around you are feeling a little off, right? But when you can tune in to the energy, when you can become that energy detective, you can then sort out what is needed to kind of get through either your day, your energy, somebody else's energy, because otherwise it can be really, really tough. And especially now, I mean, I don't know if it's because of the weather in most places or the time change, but a lot of people, their energy seems to feel off, or they seem to feel a little more tired than normal. I know I've been more tired. I've been like, give me another cup of coffee. So look at your energy, but just understand that there may be outside factors contributing to your energy level. So you have to say, what can I do? Good morning, Raylene. What can I do, right? Because sometimes we try to muscle through that energy. We try to just kind of suck it up to get through the day. But we have to pay attention. Being an energy detective, give yourself that break if you need it. Don't feel like you need to keep pushing yourself, because you may be fighting off something. Your system may need a little bit of that break. And when you can tune into it, when you can investigate, why is my energy low? Is my energy off or low because of somebody else? Or is it because of myself? So that's kind of the first thing you want to determine. Is it them or me? If it's them, run away. No. But it's important to tell, is it them or is it myself? Because that will give you a starting point as to figuring out what you need to do. What are the next steps in getting through that energy? And so let's say it's you, all right? You go, you know what? It's me. I'm feeling either extra agitated today. Maybe I'm feeling a little moody, or maybe I'm feeling really tired. Maybe I'm feeling super energetic and nobody's listening to me. So Alicia doesn't even feel like being at home, you see? So in these situations, it's understanding what do you need. And again, I don't think it's always that we push right through it. Sometimes you need a little rest. Sometimes you need a little care. Maybe your body is missing a nutrient. You know, sometimes if you can go too long without protein or carbohydrates, that actually can impact your energy level. Or maybe you're extra stressed. Maybe there's something on your mind and you're trying to stuff it down, right? You're trying to make sure everything looks okay on the surface. Well, that's going to come out one way or another. That stress is going to come out. So when you can understand where is the starting point, where is the origination of that energy being off, then you can address it. And then hopefully you can sit there and find some remedies, kind of help you get through it, right? Now, let's say that energy is off from somebody else. Now, your boss may have had a fight with their spouse, and they're going to come in and they're going to take it out on you, right? That happens, believe it or not. I had more cranky bosses because of a fight they had at home. And so we have to take that in too, because you can't exactly tell your boss off either, right? Like if your boss is having a bad day and you're kind of the end of that, right? You're the receiving end, you kind of have to just take it. Or just people in general, if they're being triggered through jealousy, anger, maybe they're not feeling well, whatever the case may be. So looking at their energy. First and foremost, see if it's someone you can support. How can you support them through their little episode? We'll call it an episode. Oh, Lord, Vanessa works at an airport. Oh, my. Oh, that's a tough... Vanessa, you couldn't pay me enough money to work at an airport. But that is a perfect example of a lot of energy, a lot of people coming back and forth. So when it's somebody else's energy coming into yours and really impacting your day, and you can feel it, especially if you're empathic. Remember, if you're empathic, you're going to feel this. You're going to be even more sensitive than a lot of other people. Don't own their energy. Don't take it on as your own. It's not yours. You have to let it go and give it back. If there's an opportunity for you to be supportive for them, I would recommend doing that, because I know when I'm feeling a little bit off, just knowing I have people around me that say, I'm here for you. What do you need? What can I do for you? That actually really, really helps. And so understanding all of those things. So now, how do you be an energy detective? Well, that's tuning into your own intuition, right? Kind of getting into that compass that I'm always talking about. And discovering, just asking that one question. It starts with the one question. Is this for me or is this for them? Is it about me or is it about them? That is the starting point, number one. And if it's you, I want you to try to, rather than muscle through it, I want you to really try and do the opposite. You probably need some downtime. You need some me time. You need some time to either relax or pamper yourself or just have a little quiet. Maybe try a quick and simple meditation. Sometimes those meditations will really just center and ground you so quickly that you'll start to feel better. Some days you're just going to have to go through the day with it. It may not just be easy to recover. Your system just is off for one reason or another. And that's just difficult. But if it is yours, own that it's yours. All right? Don't sit there and make somebody else's day miserable. Own that it's your stuff, right? And either close the door and take a moment to recover, or at least admit that it's your stuff, and then see what you can do from there. Good morning, Danny. Good morning. Oh, see, Salima says she tends to keep to herself when her energy is wacky. Absolutely. Or, a lot of times too. So if your energy is really off, try to get out and do some sort of physical activity. We want to expend that nervous energy, that off energy. Sometimes just getting it out of your system, like a good sweat, can really, really help. But just know Kelly puts herself in a timeout. So just know that, over the next few weeks, there is a lot of energy, don't use the retrograde as an excuse, though, for miscommunication. I see that all the time. Drives me crazy. I mean, we have to be responsible and of our own levels of communication, because there's a retrograde every other month, for God's sakes. And again, Alicia, if you have a lot of negative energy from your family, then it's finding a way to not absorb that energy. Don't take that energy on as your own. A lot of times I hear people say, well, I can't help it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just turn those mirrors out and you let them kind of be responsible for their own energy. Nothing can impact us unless we let it. You have to give something permission. So just remember that. So when you're feeling triggered, when you're feeling upset, when you're feeling off, when your energy is feeling wacky, you're giving it permission on some level. It is what it is. Sometimes you need to give something permission, right? Sometimes it's just needed. Because, again, it could be that your body needs rest, or it needs a nutrient, or it needs some exercise, it needs some movement. Maybe your brain needs a rest. If you're working, or stressed, or worried about the family, or worried about your health, and you're just this nonstop cycle that is going on, that is draining. And you don't realize how draining it is. And so what happens is you wake up, you feel off, you feel funky, and you're not really sure why. Take a look at what you're thinking. Take a look at what you're doing. Give yourself a break here, okay? So, just know it happens to everybody. There's not one person that can sit there and convince me that they don't have days where their energy is off, or that they don't have days where they're dealing with somebody else's energy being off. And if you live with someone, or you live with kids, that energy is always going to be like this. Always. It's so hard, right? Because you're dealing with all those personalities, all those nuances. And normally that's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's a magnificent thing. But sometimes you're going to have to turn on your energy detective and kind of solve the Scooby mystery as to whose energy is off. So Kara plays music. Music is really good. So music is good. Meditation is good. Getting outside is good. A little bit of pampering. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of self-pampering, whatever that means for you. Whether that's a foot massage, just a hot bath, or playing in the mud. I don't know. It could be anything, right? Good morning, Wendy. So anyhow, this is your Coffee with Colby for today. And get out there. So today, look at people around you. Look at your environment that you're in. And put your little detective hat on. See if there's any energy that is off, okay? See if, is your energy off? Kind of start tracking it. You can actually start to track. Good morning, Tony. You can actually start to track as to when your energy doesn't feel right. Please show Rachel wants to, sushi is fish in haute couture. For anyone who doesn't know, haute couture means like high-end fashion. So sushi is in high-end fashion. And I'll tell you just a real quick story about this shirt. It's very special because I went to London for a class. I went to the Arthur Findlay College, and I spent a couple days in London. And I love sushi. I think most of you know. Sushi, coffee, huskies, and squirrels. And I went to London, and there was a sushi place, and these were the shirts that the employees wore, and they were really cool. And I had this younger, really sweet bartender, and he just loved that I was American. So I said, give me your shirt. And he says, I can't. They are work shirts. We don't sell them. We're not allowed to give them out. Anyhow, I just kept looking at him, saying, please. And he went and smuggled a shirt for me. So, so that's how I got this shirt. Anyhow, there we go. Stan is good. You guys are asking about Stan the squirrel. He is good. It's raining, so he's in hiding a little bit. Also, I created an Instagram for him. I listened to you guys, so if you want to follow him on Instagram, it's Stan Spirit Squirrel. Look for him, okay? So he is there. So there you go. Anyhow, I want you guys to have a great day. On Thursday, you know, this is going to be a really good live with Colby Rebel, because on Thursday I have Monica Hershaft in studio. She is a holistic health coach, and she really discovered that path through being very, very ill herself, and doctors were telling her she's crazy and it's all in her head. And we're going to talk about her path, and we're going to talk about this health conference that's coming up. So anyhow, Stan Spirit Squirrel, exactly, Wendy. Thank you so much for posting that. Thank you. And, you know, a lot of you are saying you are empaths and you're not sure how to handle it yet. You know, I will say be patient with yourself. Be peaceful with yourself. And being an empath is a beautiful thing, because I really believe you can help other people. I really, really do. I know it has a lot of negative things to it sometimes because we feel it so much and we can be impacted, but it's actually a beautiful thing, because when you're an empath, you can actually pick up on how to help someone else. You can pick up on when someone's not feeling great, or when they need a little pick-me-up, and you may just put that smile on their face. So anyhow, have a gorgeous, gorgeous day. All right, thank you. And please share and as much as you can. Also, I do want to give a shout out to New Jersey. I have this event coming up at Adelphia's, and it is 2/3 of the way sold out already. And so I really want to thank you guys, because I see everybody sharing it and writing really beautiful things. And when I see you write nice things, it makes me happy. It really does. I read every comment always. So it means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.